Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you have a great weekend. So before I start, need to read a little bit of disclaimer before we start. I am not a certified financial advisor. Forex trading and trading itself is very high risk and dangerous, so you might lose your money, but as long as the amount is the same as the one that you are making the deposit, you will not lose more than you deposit. Past performance is not guaranteed. Please consult a certified financial advisor before you do anything foolish regarding the financial market. That's it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. Okay, peace be to you. Amin. Waalaikumsalam. Hey. Highlight. Boom. Okay. Peace be to you too, Emmanuel. Appreciate you for all you do. Thank you. Welcome. May Allah bless you and increase you. Thank you. By His mercy, we will meet at greater place, inshallah. Waalaikumsalam. So do I have a Forex course or class anymore? No. Or I got any video from the old webinar that you can buy? No. Your wife want to learn Forex, but she is the one that question mathematics from 1 to 3 to calculus. Great for you, but I do not do any Forex class anymore. But if you see any of my classes, it is the one that already been launched on April last year. So the class is still ongoing for 5 chapter. Currently the student is on chapter 1. So if you want to join that, you need to wait for the next batch, maybe on 2027 or 2030. It's quite long, yes, because to learn trading, it takes a lot of time. So it is not something that you can learn just a few weeks or a few months. So when I accept someone as a student, I will guide them until they are able to trade. So for them to be able to trade, it will not just be an overnight success. It will not just be like transferring data from one computer to another. It's a learning lesson. So learning lesson takes time for you to get the understanding. So my student, the least amount they will be learning from me is about 2 years. So the class started on April 2025. So if another 2 years will be 2027. So I think the timeline is good because currently they are still in chapter 1. So they still have a long way to go. So after they have finished their studies, maybe you will get a chance to learn from me. Otherwise, you can join the YouTube live stream. So this YouTube live stream, if you have a quite hard time for you to translate what I am speaking currently in English language, you can join the GPL live stream. That one I will be speaking in Bahasa to entertain the local followers that have been helping growing this channel. And currently I am moving my channel into a different direction for international viewers because of some regulation that had been updated in my country. So I need to focus more on the global side. So for local or in my native tongue, it's just a small community like that, just entertaining the one that have been supporting the channel. And you can still ask question there or here. If you are comfortable with English language, you can ask me here. Okay, so you can still learn for free. You do not need to pay me anything. Just ask me question within the 1 hour time limit in the YouTube live stream. Okay, there's a lot of lane hogger in my intro video. Maybe my explanation regarding Forex in the A to Z make her understand, because I see my program is very detailed. So you can refer the A to Z video. I think if you follow me long enough, you can know how to get the videos. But for now, I will be making a new video. So after this live stream, I will be recording the episode 2 after this live stream, and inshallah, so you get your episode 2 for the new series. So can I differentiate between a minor base and a major base? I'm not sure where do you get this term from, but usually people will use higher time frame base or lower time frame base. But for a minor base and major base, I'm not sure. Can you clarify that question a little bit deeper so we can focus on the things that we should focus on, instead of me thinking or just guessing what you are actually asking me to answer. Okay, so today live stream will be in English language. So for this live stream, I will be making an interval like English live stream for the public live, and for the private community, small community, will be making in bahasa, just to entertain the one that's supporting this channel. But my channel is actually going to a new direction where I will be speaking in English. So please write your question in English for this public live stream. Thank you. Waalaikumsalam. Please teach how to make a correction in drawing market structure. Let's go. Correction in a market structure. So market structure is like this. We have the basic uptrend. For example, this market is currently in an uptrend, so we have a high, low, high, lower low, high. And when the structure is about to break, the first thing it will do is creating a lower low. This lower low Yes, lower low, higher low. This one is higher low, and this one is a lower low. So the first lower low in an uptrend is called a structure breaker. Okay, and then this structure breaker is not a confirmation for price to go down. It's just a signal. A signal is like this: if you drive a car and the car in front of you give a right turn, it does not confirm the driver want to take a right turn. They can give a signal but do not make a turn at all. They can also give a right signal and make a left turn. There's a lot of crazy people in the road. The same thing in the market. So a structure breaker is just a signal for a change of trend. And sometimes this structure breaker does not want to change the direction at all, and it keeps going up and creating another higher high. So when this higher high is created, it continues the uptrend movement. So correction need to be made over here. This one will be cancelled, and this is the only swing point that we be taking notes. This this high, low, high. This will be changing to higher low. When price able to create higher high, this will be corrected into a higher low. And that is how you make a correction in a market structure. So if you want to see in the chart, let's see if we can find any. Hello, hi, hello. Okay, so maybe this one. So we got a high, low, higher high, and then lower low. This lower low will become our structure breaker. So let us mark the structure breaker. This one is too yellow. How about we change into this color? Yes, this will be better. Okay, so let's see if there is any price they are able to break this lower low to create a downtrend. So if we can see here, no price has broken this level, and if we can see here, higher high has been created. Higher high has been created over here. So for this scenario, we need to do a little bit of correction. Now, for example, we have another high low over here. So this high low, high high, high low, high high, and then lower low. So if we draw this a little bit to the left, how can this be higher low when there is a lower low over here? So we need to make a little bit of correction. This higher low need to be changed to here, and there will be no lower there will be no higher low over here, and this higher high is not valid because this is the higher high for this higher low. So we can delete this, and that is how you make a correction where a change of trend is cancelled when there is a higher high. And you might be asking, if the if the price is making a lower low over here, shouldn't price be going down? So you need to check the nodes. A structure breaker is just a signal for a change in trend, and that change in trend need to be confirmed with a downtrend. For example, price going uptrend and there is a signal the uptrend gonna end. You need a downtrend to confirm the change. I hope you understand. What is the intro live stream background music? I'm not sure because I take this from Motion Erase 8-bit music for games like that. It's a stock audio. Maybe I can share this intro in a loop so you can listen to it. Hi teacher, what is Forex trading? An act of trading foreign currency, something like that. Are you sincerely want to know this? I need a deeper question, you know. This is very surface level. So what is Forex trading? You are trading Forex. And what is Forex? Forex is currency, global currency. For example, you have US dollar, euro. So you buying the currency against another. So you are gonna buying a currency that have the potential to be higher in value in the future. And when your expectation is correct, you will gain profit from it. By the way, will you teaching how to do Shopee? No, because Shopee currently is very what do we say? It's like Forex broker where you pay people too much and then you start don't want to pay. So there is very tricky part about Shopee that enable me to proceed with teaching how to make money from it, because the platform provider is becoming cocky. You know, cocky. It's like you have too much success, you think no one will able to leave you behind, but I'm not sure how to put it in word. So a simple short answer will be no. Siri belajar Forex will be made until the end. That's depend on you. That's depend on you. So if I don't see, it's actually I am not looking for a appreciation, thank you, something like that. But I am the kind of person that look into the world in negative side. I am a very honest person. If people do not want to learn, I will not teach. And when there is a sign where people start to be arrogant or start to be ridiculing my knowledge, it's not ridiculing, meaning if they do not value what I teach, it's better for me to not teach at all. That is how I view the world. I see negativity as a trigger for me to not be doing anything, something like that. Some people will always look at the positive side. They are hypocrite. I always look at negativity. I embrace negativity. Negativity is the fuel of my life. Is not the fuel. It's hard to put it in word in English language, but it's depend on you. If I see negativity and there is no positivity to destroy the negativity, That means you agree with the negativity sent to me. So I think from that decision alone, you do not want to learn anymore. So we just stop teaching. I hope you understand. Diamond pattern is continuation or reversal pattern. It can be continuation, it can be a reversal. How do we see it as a continuation? When there is a momentum up or a pole, and then there is a diamond, this is a continuation. But if you have a move up and then there is a diamond here, and then it reverse, then this will be a reversal setup. Okay. So the A to Z series compared to the class, what is the difference? If A to Z is just a surface level and the academy is advanced, no. A to Z is advanced and the academy is basic. Do you know what the term is basic is? Like this. It's like this. In A to Z series, you learn how to drive a car. You learn how to make it move forward and make you arrive at the destination. But in for example, my academy is a Shadow Code Academy. They learn every part of the car. What is the transmission do? Different type of transmission: automatic transmission, manual transmission, dual clutch transmission. So they learn about rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, all wheel drive. They learn everything regarding the car, and then after they learn everything, then they go forward. It's something like that. It's very basic. Too basic. It's not advanced. It's very basic. Too basic. It's too basic. For example, the way you breathe. As long as you are breathing, you are fine. But for the academy student, they will learn a lot of breathing style, like the Tibetan monk. They have inner fire breathing. The Navy SEAL breathing. So there is a lot of type of breathing for you to control how your body react, or how you want to control your your adrenaline, something like that. It's very basic. It's not advanced. It's just too basic. It's just breathing, something like that. From your experience, what is the duration for a normal trader to master trading from zero? I'm currently on my 2.5 year in trading and still think it's hard. Is it normal even if I am journaling? Do you change your trading style? Do you change your do you have a mentor? Do you change your trading system all the time? Do you still looking at other people's progress to compare with yours? A lot of things to consider. But for you to be a master in any field, you just need 10,000 hours. So 10,000 hours is about 2 years, but that's depend how many hours do you spend for trading among that 2 years. So if we divide our time in a day by 3 portion, so if you spend 1/3 of your day for trading, 2 years, 2.5 years, you will be good enough. But if you just spend 1 hour a day or half an hour a day, you will take a longer time. So a very simple benchmark is 10,000 hours. So how many hours have you spent your time charting the chart, trading the chart, or making live trades, taking journal, learn from your mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes in trading So how much do you spend for charting? That will be a good benchmark for you to take note. 10,000 hours. Okay, so I have watched all the episode in the series, but I need some guidance from a teacher, so can press can enter a big lot in the market. So if you want to put a big lot in the market, you do not need to learn that. Every human being have something inside their self called greed. So this greed need to be learned how to control. You need to learn how to control this greed. If you find a teacher that teach you, you can press or you can enter big lots with small deposit. This teacher is not a good teacher, and it's better for you to stay away from this kind of teacher. A good teacher need to be able to control or teach you how to control your greed. I know you want to hit the market very hard with a big lot, but the market will hit harder. So you need to control your greed. You need to control your lot size. This teacher will be a good teacher for you. If this teacher can help you control your lot size, control your greed, then you can have room for progress to be better without losing a lot of money. And then sometimes you will be greedy, and so you just change your lot size. But that's on you. This greedy things about making a large trade, this thing you do not need to learn. You have innate talent to be greedy, but you need to learn how to control it. But if you are looking for a teacher or you want to learn from me, I am very sorry. You can only learn from this YouTube live stream, or you can find someone else. I cannot take you as a student, but you are welcome as a subscriber to this channel. What is a valid RBS setup? RBS is resistance become support. Resistance become support. So this is a buy setup. So every buy setup need to be trade during an uptrend. So if you trade RBS during an uptrend, it will be a valid setup. Okay, which base is a major base to be demand supply zone or supply or support and resistance? Do you mean the priority of the base? Which base is a major base? Which base is more important? Do you mean? Do you mean important base? Need to look for. If we look at the chart, there will be a lot of base. So which one we gonna focus on is base that follow the structure. Base that have been proven to be able to push price. Okay, so this is two criteria for you to choose a base. So if we look in the chart, maybe you can change here. Oh, oish. Okay, so currently price is in uptrend, so we just be focusing on a demand base. So let's see over here. This is the current base that we can find. So this base, does it have a history? of being able to push price. So this is on a second return, so we'll be focusing on this one. So usually I will be taking the interbase or the body of the base. So this one, price are able to push over here. So for you to filter the trade, how you want to filter the trade, you can go to the lower time frame and see what happened there. For example, I just took this one. Look at H4. If we can find any opportunity. Okay, so we can see price are able to be pushed by that daily base, and this H4 has proven that from this base price are able to move 50 pips from the demand base. So if we look at the daily, we can try to put a position here. And go to H4, and over here we can see that price give you another opportunity to enter over here. This is one opportunity, and this one is second time. So you have 1, 2. So from here you only will be floating about 10 pips, and then it goes about 276 pip above the zone. So just make sure the base is proven to be able to be having a strength to push price, and another one is just follow the trend. Greetings from Thailand, greetings from Malaysia. Thank you for teaching for free. It's very hard to find teacher like this, able to sacrifice to teach for free from A to Z. This YouTube have ads in it, and I earn from the ads. And the thing is, you see, I am making Shadow Code Academy, if you mentioned before, the one that you cannot enter anymore. That one people pay me 4,321 ringgit. There is nothing people do for free in this world. You might think I am kind. It's not kind. It's a business transaction. I know something that you want, so you give me views, or you watch an ad, so I earn from it. And then because you did give me something positive, which is extra income, so I return your kindness with the knowledge that you seek. So I think it's a good business transaction. But some people do take money and they do not teach. You pay them money and they do not teach you well. But I am a businessman. You pay me, I will give you what you pay me for. So it's just a business transaction. Do not think of me like a very holy person, someone that is very kind, good. No, I am just a businessman doing business here, doing business with you, selling saliva. Selling saliva. I'm just selling you attention. You might want to ask question, but you do not know where to ask the question, so you can ask me. In return, you just give me views and watch the ads. Next live stream, use the London accent. It's hard enough for me to speak in English alone. For me to have a London accent, British accent, the only thing I can speak is a bo-o-o-wa. A bo-o-o-wa. Okay, so we are We already live stream for 45 minutes, so you have 15 minutes more to spend with me. Hi, can you teach me how to use M15 setup? Then entry on 5 or 1 minute. Sure. It's very easy. It's same concept with this Euro JPY trade. So for example, we just go to M15, see the current structure. So price leaving here and then be going down here. So this type of structure is quite different. This is a market doing a phase. It's not a normal zigzag pattern. It started with a zigzag and then it's expand into a market phase. So there is two phase here, one here and another one here. So this the part over here got a range broken. This is a ranging setup, a phase. So when this phase got broken, we can find something over here. Example, we got over here 1, 2. Okay, so this is a range. This is on M15, and then this we got about 50%. Let's mark the Fibonacci for you to look into it. So price is divided into a 50% and 50%. You know, 50%, 50%. This is not a Fibonacci level that have a golden ratio. No, it's just 50%, 50%. No, this one is 50% half, this one in a half, and this one is 25% half for 50, from this 50 to the 0. I'm sorry if my English is not that good, but you are a trader, you should be able to understand the chart. So this is 50%. So when price are able to go through beneath this 50%, and it does it make a base? That is the most important thing. It need to be able to create a base. Okay, so when price are able to break and then it goes up to the 50% level, this is actually SBR entry, support become resistant entry. But if you want to be very, you know, very safe, we need for price to be able to close below 50%. So if we can see here, this below 50% is over here. How do we put it in word? Price need to be able to let me draw another Fibo. You know, 50%. It's all about 50%. 50% is the concept. With 50% is like this. For seller and buyer, for example, you as a buyer, I as a seller, we will do negotiation. So when we negotiate, we will start with 50-50. The normal condition. It's also called a normal setup in SNR. So 50-50 is a quite normal bargain, and then the negotiation will start. Someone will want 55 and I will receive 45, and maybe I will say, hey, I want 60 and you need 40. So this argument need to be followed by reasons, and this reason, everything you can learn from fundamental side, but in technical side, price will tell you everything. For example, people might look into the footprint chart and everything. That is the reason. You want to look for reason. For me, I want to see the result. Whatever happen on the back end, either in the footprint or fundamental, the price will tell. Price is the final product of that argument or that order execution. Price will tell. So how price tell is when it can close below 50%. For me, is good enough signal for me to know that this is a confirmed range breakout. So I look into here, there is a base over here, but price do not reach here, and one way for you to mark a zone is marking this candle that cause the base to be created. But usually I will just mark over here. So for my techniques, this will be a losing trade. But this is not actually a losing trade yet, because all you 835 ask if we can use M5 and M1. For example, you are a scalper and you are very keen to know how price move and how price make formation. So in this step, you will go to M5 or M1 to see what happened over here. Okay, so you will want to see what happened over here, why price doesn't come over here, or if there is any opportunity in a lower time frame for you to take this miss trade, this miss opportunity. So we look at M5. Okay, so this is on M5. So you are a trader and you have the understanding of price action. So you see that this M15 base was not it's not respected, was not be able to be visited by price. But when you go to M5, you can see a very beautiful swap zone. So this swap zone is able to reject price and then break. And this swap zone is broken until this 25%. This 25% from this whole phase or market phase. Okay, so when price come back here, it create a pattern. So what is this pattern? This is a head and shoulder pattern. This is not a QM. This is more of a head and shoulder. We have a left shoulder, we have the first leg, we have the head, and over here price did not break the second leg. So we can take a trade here and draw a net line. 1. Okay, so you have a net line over here. Okay, so the net line got broken and price reject again. So this rejection is a good way for you to take a trade, and then you get somewhere over here, might be floating about 6 pip before it will be going down to 155 pips. So if you already saw the setup, you do not need to go further to M1. You might go to M1 if you want to look further, but if the setup already there, you do not need to proceed to lower time frame, because it will just give you a lot of mixed signal. So reduce the use of time frame. It's good to be used, but do not use it too much. Just use it moderately. You can switch between 2 time frame maximum, for example H4, H1 and M30. But if you go up down to M1 from H4, it is too much. You will have somewhere, some structure will be going down, some structure will be going up. So you will have a lot of mixed signal. So I advise you to go down 1 time frame only, or the maximum will be about 2 time frame. For example H1, M30, M15, M15, M5, M1. So for example, like this one that I already show you, we already discovered a setup on M5, so you just need to trade on the M5. You do not need to go to M1 any further. What's the difference A to Z and other class, teacher Hanzo? A to Z basic, academy advanced? No, A to Z is advanced, academy is basic. Which more accurate trend line? Body to body, body to shadow, shadow to shadow. Which candle you take? No bull, bearish, engulfing? I usually take body to body. If you see the one that I mark here is a inner trend line. This inner trend line is marked using body to body. You see, body to body, and it's got broken. You might see this as a big float, but for me it's a good rejection. As long as there is no break here, it's a good way for you to draw the level. So for me, body to body is the best one. Hi sir, how can I get your color setting for MT5? Do you mean this color setting? Wait for a minute. My wife called me handsome. Please wait. Sorry for the distraction. Let's go back to here. So do you mean this one? This one is the color level used by my student. So I cannot simply give you because this is developed by my student. So I might ask him to tell you where and how you want to get this. Inshallah. Why I use naked chart to trade rather than using indicators? Because naked chart is more reliable, I think. Indicators is actually good, but if you have too much indicator, it will not be that good. But why do you need an indicator if you can trade naked chart? And sometimes people will sell you indicators telling that this indicator will help you for your trading and such. Is actually they are trying to sell you the indicators. But for me, naked chart is a cheapest way, a very versatile way. When you buying your new phone, you do not need to install the indicator. You buy a new computer, you do not need to install the indicator. You have the chart, you have your brain, you have internet, you will have money. But for example, the indicators is gone and you already get very used to using the indicator. Your career is going to be doomed because you rely too much to the indicator. But give me 1 minute. I need to settle a little bit of issue. Wait for me, okay? Just 1 minute. SND trader we use naked chart, yes. Naked chart more detail. Actually, indicator is more detail. Naked chart have nothing. It's very basic. It's like this question. A to Z is advanced, academy is basic. So naked chart will be more basics, and indicator will be more detail. Naked chart is easy, okay? Yes, because it's basic. Diamond is a kind of QM, but a failed QM. Failed QM is a diamond. Teacher, can you explain about whipsaw engulfing? It's quite simple actually. So a whipsaw engulfing, you will have three components. One is a whipsaw, one is a fake out, and one is a engulf. So when you complete this in one manner, you have a whipsaw engulfing. So for you to identify in the chart, you can see let's say this is one way for us to draw a whipsaw engulfing. So you have a whipsaw, you have a fake out, and then you have an engulf, and then you have a retrace or pull back to this engulfing, and then you see price go down. It's very simple. Can you share the color level indicator for MT5? I do not use MT5. MT5, I do use it in phone only, but for PC or computer setup, I rather use MT4 because I already get used to with the interface. Can I explain the drop last week? It's because of what pair? I am not sure. A lot of pair drop. What pair? What currency? Is there any difference of old A to Z series and new A to Z series? The new one will be having a shorter video, a shorter, more compact video. Will not be too long because previously I will be making a video about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So my goal for each video will be below 30 to 20 minutes. Below 30 minutes is too much. I target for the video to be below 20 minutes so you can watch the video without having a mental breakdown. Does time analysis differ from monthly time frame to H4 time frame? It's the same. Is the style of analysis is still the same. Maybe the reward will be different. What is the difference between price action and the setup? Price action is when you have a setup. For you to enter the setup, you need a price action for you to know either the setup can be enter or not. How can you know gold dropped last week when many buy? I buy. Where is your drop? Let me change my chart. This is there is one account that I use to play with my student. I think it's this one. So if you can see there, I did make a buy position there, and if you are thinking this as a drop, this is actually not a drop. This is a drop, but it's not that great. Just 700 pips. 700 pips in gold is like an insult, you know. It's very low. For example, we change to H1 on Euro JPY. I see price not from pips view, but from structural view. For example, if you can see in gold somewhere 1 hour, something like this, and if we see on Euro JPY, maybe a drop of something similar, about 100 pips. So actually the drop is not that great because looking at how the gold movement about 1,000 of pips, so this 700 pips is not that great, and it also leave behind a big shadow in this area. This area is still 50% level from this final move or final bull before a consolidation. You can take a Fibonacci, this 50% Fibonacci. Price still unable to break this 50% level, so this drop is not that great, you know. It is not a great drop. You have a great spike, but it's not a great drop. I'm very sorry, I'm not used to this small movement. So is there any more trading class? No. If not, is there any more seafood that are currently making classes using the same technique? There's a lot of people using supply and demand, but when you pay the mentor, are they willing to spend their time to teach you? Actually spend their time checking your homeworks. For example, like I can show you my student homework. Let me see. I need to separate the name first. Okay, this one delete. Okay, I delete the username so you cannot find them. Delete columns. Okay, the backstory need to be deleted also. Okay. Okay. So you need to find a mentor that can check your homework like this. For example, I know if my student do not send any homework. For example, this student ID 53, they start do not send homework at day 11. Day 11 they do not send homework, so I can follow up with them. So there's a lot of students do not send homework, if you can see here. So will that mentor give you this kind of commitment? So if you want to compare me with other teacher, do not compare me with the techniques, because all technique is still the same. But when you want to find a mentor, are they willing to give their time to you? That is the right question you need to ask, because you can learn from YouTube, you can learn from Google, you can even use ChatGPT. But when you are seeking a guru or a mentor, that mentor need to be able to guide you, to give their time and effort to actually guide you, not just take your money and then you go watch this video. The hard truth is, if that is how they are selling their classes, that means it's better for you to just go to YouTube, search a few words, ask ChatGPT and do your own research. But because my technique is very mainstream, I use support and resistance, I use supply and demand, market structure, a few manipulation, smart money techniques, and the last one will be shadow codes. Shadow code is just a shadow pattern, a pattern where shadow makes a formation that simplify what we learn on other techniques, something like that. It's just a simplified version translated into shadows. You know, you have a chart pattern, you have candlestick pattern, and all of that pattern and configuration translated into a shadow. So that is the only difference, but you still need the knowledge on support and resistance, supply and demand and everything for you to be able to use that shadow. And if you are able to use everything that is basics, you actually do not need the shadow. So that is the only difference. But when you are looking for a mentor, just make sure that mentor are willing to give their time and effort to actually guide you. But if you just pay them and get a few videos, a few ebooks, it's better for you to just Google and use ChatGPT, because ChatGPT can make a better ebook than your mentor, if that is the kind of mentor that you want to seek. Because we are looking for mentor or teachers for them to guide us, to give their wisdom. their experience. But you cannot get experience from videos alone. Sometimes when we have a hard time doing homeworks, you need a teacher to check your, you know, your progress, your mistakes. This thing cannot be in video form, you know. That teacher need to be there to look for your mistakes. I hope you understand. You know, trading can be simpler, but why you choose to make your student take the hard way? You take the hard way. I always say, support and resistance, base just follow the trend, and for you to understand the trend, just make sure you follow the market structure. What is the difference between people that follow the trend and follow the market structure? People that follow the trend do not know when the trend gonna end, but people who follow the way of a market structure know how the structure develop and changing in current time, and what is the future projection of the structure in a few days or in a few weeks. If you have an uptrend, you might expect the structure to be continue until 3 days or 4 days longer. If you're a swing trader, you might see a movement of a few months projection. This comes from experience and practice. Experience. So I never give a hard way. You make your way very hard, because I teach you the most simple method, and then a few weeks after you ask this question, you come to me, ask what is cecok, change of character, fair value gap, silver bullets. A lot of bullshit term come back to me where I don't even teach that. I ask you to learn about base, rejection, breakout, support and resistance. You do not want to learn this. A few weeks later, you come to me, hey, I want to ask you about footprint chart. Hey brother, I already asked you, I already show you the most simple method, base that follow the structure. Just follow that. A few weeks later, you ask me, can you teach me order flow? What happened to you? What kind of Forex apps have been terrorizing your news feed? Is there a lot of Forex gurus news feed telling you you need this indicator, you need this footprint ebook? What happened to you? You choose the hard way. I already make it very easy for you. Just follow the path, live trade, make a lot of experience with the simple method, so your life will be easy. But you do not want to take the hard easy way. You want to take the hard, you just make your life hard. That's it. Can we continue the FTR topic? Cannot anymore, because I already been live stream for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Currently I will be not entertaining you with a charting question anymore. We have a very little time. We have 1 hour only. I do not want my live stream to be dragging too long, because I'm very tired. After this live stream, I need to record a video from my episode 2 for siri belajar. So I need rest. I need time, and I am out of time. Hard time create strong man. Strong man create good time. Good time create weak man. Weak man create hard time. It's very exhausting for me to teach in English. I need to translate everything in bahasa to English in my brain, and it use a lot of processor. So it's very exhausting. What broker I use, I cannot recommend you any broker because of the current regulation in my country. Can I share? I think I already pin a message for you to write question in English. This kind of question increase the RAM usage in my brain. I'm not ChatGPT, I'm not AI. Currently, I am translating your question into English using real intelligence, not artificial. So it use up a lot of RAM. Share my structure breaker for confirmation. You can refer the previous note. Your question already been answered. FTR on A to Z series, inshallah, but not in the near time because we are starting back from episode 1, and currently after this live stream I will be recording for episode 2. Thank you, welcome. I always use more than 3 time frame. Confusing? Yes. So the maximum will be 3 time frame only. If you do more, it will be very confusing. Account trader once got hacked and can be hacked. Cannot. He trying to dope you. Have you been giving your money to other people, and then when that person said, oh, the money is gone, someone hacked, you say bullshit. You say don't BS me, don't lie. No one want to do that. So usually for you to know either it's being hacked or not, or someone log into the account, you can ask the brokers that the person used the account. You ask them for a MT4 journal or MT5 journal to see which device log into the account. If there is only one device that log into the account, your account wipe out or margin call is due to that person making it happen. No one hacked the phone. He just stupid by selling gold at the bottom of the spike. Don't give other people your money. You learn, you trade for yourself, it will be better. If you lost, you learn something. If you gain profit, you learn and become very rich. Where, sir? What that? I'm not sure. BRB Hanzo different, like taking Reka in 2050. Okay. What is your favorite method to trade? Supply and demand. Any suggestion for trader that have low equity? I suggest you for how much is a low equity? If you have $100, it's good. But if you have below than $100, I hope you restrain yourself from making a deposit, because if your deposit is too low, it's like you are giving charity to the market. You just giving away your money, and then you will make a deposit again and again. And if you calculate all of your deposit, you will get more than $100. So it's better for you to create a, like a piggy coin for you, a piggy bank for you to save up your money until it's $100. Then you can trade, but just make sure your trade is only 0.01 for $100, and avoid gold and high movement pair. Focus on the major pair, and trade avoid also during news, because the high movement in news can also wipe your account. So trade the most conservative way. If you have a low equity, you need to know that you have a low equity because you have low in fund. So do not trade like you have infinity fund. You trade like a person that have a lot of money to burn, but you do not have that kind of wealth or money. So it's better for you to take care of the account, like that is the only money you have. Then you will see a bright future. Okay. Why some people say fundamental I am influence the chart with the speed. structure still go its way. Can explain? Because price translate everything that happen at the back end, like fundamental side, order flow side, and when the price tell, the market will follow, because price is the final result from everything that happened at the end. For example, you have Jerome Powell cutting rates or increasing rates, making a rate hike. So, and then price making a big move. Price making a big move from that announcement alone, from Federal Reserve front guidance, but forward guidance, but finally the things that matter is price movement, price going up or down. So it's better for you to focus on the price, because price tell a lot more of the truth. So if you see a politician say, maybe he say that the price will not go up, but if you see at the market, price already go up, which one will you believe? A word that have no meaning, or a price that actually there? For me, I trust the price, because price will tell the truth. Either you are going through an inflation or deflation, price will tell. Hedging trade, you buy and sell simultaneously. When you do analysis, do you start from daily first or straight to daily? And daily is good for intraday. I start with daily. Teacher is BBE. BBI can be used in trading range. Yes. As a point, is it reliable? Yes, as long as you follow the structure. I want to relearn about the basic early disturb, but somehow I saw all your video got taken down. It's okay. We'll be waiting for your series. Thanks. I took that video down because there's a few things that I need to correct it, to follow the current guideline for my country regulation. For me being a Malaysian, so I need to follow my country law, because I am affected by the law jurisdiction. It doesn't matter for me to go to Indonesia or to Brunei like some IBs. They think they can be safe by doing their promotion outside of the country, but they forgot their citizenship is in Malaysia. So if that country report it to this country, then they can take action from your action. So you need to be very careful what you share online. For me, that is a note for me too. I cannot simply do like weekly analysis anymore. I cannot do you know how I am capable of doing a trade. Do you want to see my 0.01 trade? Let me show you. This is an example for our discussion earlier. Some people see this move as a pole, flat pole maybe, but I see this as a buy signal, and currently it's already running about 2,300 pips, and the most it gets about 2,800 pips. And if you want to see the Geng profit lebih, the YouTube membership subscriber, they are more crazy than me, very very crazy. Let me show you. Their trades is very very crazy. It's very crazy peak, crazy peak. You see, they hold this position about 20,000 pips. You see this 0.02, 2,000, 620. And then you have this guy, he show you how when he trade. And then this one 0.01, $1,200. So there is always a better person doing this trading stuff. So but just imagine being able to use a small lot size to do that much of a movement. Can you imagine if I change a little bit of my lot size? How would the public react from that video? They might think that trading is very easy. Trading is like, you know, press, make profit. Click, money come. They think it's very easy like that. They do not see our struggles at night, our long hour understanding the market. They do not see that. If you see the financial influencer showing off their cars, their mansion, their wealth, they think they keep on showing that kind of stuff to lure you, to take you inside this industry. But this industry is not pretty. For you to be able to do what we do, you need to go through a very excruciating pain. You need to endure the hardship of people ridiculing you, saying you bad things, saying that you will not be successful, you will fail. A lot of people have been failed. This is a scam. You need to endure everything while keeping on notes, study the market, and then when all of the effort you put into your work, you still are unable to make money, but you keep going anywhere. You keep on going anyway, even though you have endured a lot of hardship. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, but you keep on going. That is not an easy task. But people show you that trading is very easy. Press, make profit. Click. I have 100,000. It's not that easy for you to make 100,000 in a week. In a week is a very reasonable time. I can make in a few days, but it's better for we to make it more realistic. So for you to make 100,000 in a few weeks or in a week, so what have you sacrificed? That part people usually do not tell. But in my YouTube channel, I will just share education. If you have been scammed, if you have been fooled, but you still stay in this industry and you want to learn, I am here just to teach you. So why I take down the previous video? Because previous video have something that I show you how I grow small account into big numbers. I make it look so easy because I have done it. I have experienced this a lot of years. So I cannot just simply let the video on public, because that will be giving false message to people that is not trained in this market or not familiar with this financial trading and stuff. So that's why I need to delete that. But stay tuned, I will be making my new Forex learning series to be more safer to the audience without misleading message, and will keep it always educational. Maybe sometimes I do blog where I drive my Kancil Turbo to events, something like that. What broker give a low spread? I cannot suggest you any broker, but if you are opening an account, look for ECN account. So this ECN account we charge you a little bit of commission, but will give you a raw spread. So that will be better because you want a raw spread to save your cost. Because if you have a standard account, you will have a variable spread. So this spread can be marked up anytime. But if you have an ECN account, they cannot mark up the commission, and the raw spread they need to be lower than standard account, and usually you can get even zero spread. So that's depend on the brokers, but just make sure you have an ECN account. Using FIBO, if the structure break filter, does that consider confirmation? It's not a confirmation, it's just a way for us to translate if if the market is biased toward a bearish side or a bullish side. It's just a way for us to look at the market bias. Can you explain trading system every time before you press buy or sales? Do you have a checklist? I have shown you earlier. I look for the trend or the market structure. I look for the base that have a rejection or able to push price, and then I look for the market bias, either price able to break this side or this thing, this level, and then if everything goes well, I will mark a level, and then when price reach that level, I will wait for a price action. This price action can be another rejection, or can also be a chart pattern or a candlestick pattern that can add a little bit of confluence before I actually take the trade. How to look for a good quality swing setup? Trade at a end of a corrective state in the market structure in a higher time frame, like weekly, monthly. Then you will get your swing setup that is a very good quality. Just follow the market structure in a higher time frame. Okay, so I think that's it for the question. So I have covered most of the question. I think if I miss a few questions, you can ask in the next live stream. So thank you for staying until the end of the live stream. I will be going outside of Malaysia. I will be flying somewhere else, so I will not be in my country in a few weeks. So when I'm back, we will start the live stream again, inshallah. So stay tuned. Have a nice weekend. Peace.